Thank you for staying with us. Via Zoom, I'm talking with Robby Campbell of the Canadian Celtic rock band, the Mudmen. So let's talk with Robby some more. Hi, Robby. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me here, and looking forward to coming into Brockville.
I hear that you are. So September 27th.
Yeah, at the Brockville Arts Center there. We played there once before for St. Paddy's Day a few years ago, and it was a grand event. And that's a grand hall, and they got great people running the facility there. And so I'm hoping for a grand return and many more.
Good. Well, we'll welcome you with open arms. Describe to our viewers, because we always have some viewers that have just joined us or have moved to the area. Just tell them what kind of a band that you have. Describe your band.
Well, we're kind of a blend of everything. Obviously, we started with the bagpipes. My brother and I were taught the bagpipes, and we put a band around ourselves. And so we said we're a fun, high-energy band. We've got a lead singer and a banjo player and guitars and this and that. And we said we're kind of like Great Big Sea, but with bagpipes. And we kind of cover the bases, a little country, a little Celtic, a little rock, and the whole bit. And whatever you see us that you describe us as and you like it, perfect.
So, Robby, what is your favorite song? What is your favorite song and music to play?
Well, I think we have a song my brother wrote called Where I Came From, and it kind of touches it touched on the fact of coming from the farming community and saying, well, I know where I came from, and it's a good one to get them up dancing and people could sing along and this and that, and so that's probably one of the staples in our set list for sure.
I see. So I understand that you actually performed before the Queen.
Yes, we did. Yeah, that was 2010, and it was Parliament Hill for Canada Day. So we said we got to spend the whole week rehearsing and hanging with the Bare Naked Ladies, and Ron McLean, our good buddy, he announced us as a couple of his pals and the whole bit, and we said I think we finally made our mom proud when we got to shake her hand and perform for the Queen, and that's a moment you can't take away from us.
No, that's very true. That's very, very true. And it's a nice memory. It really is. So you have traveled all over the world to play your music. How do you keep that energy up that you have? Because you people, when you're playing, there's an energy in the room.
Well, I think you hit the stage and the crowd feeds you, and a lot of times you've got a point to prove, and and Celtic music inspires you. It makes people want to dance, and it makes you want to cry, it makes you want to drink, and it's fun music, like we said. And they've often said a good Celtic album is timeless, whether it's the Irish Rovers or Great Big Sea, that it's as good as it is yesterday, today, tomorrow. Where there's certain albums out there that are kind of I wouldn't say they're branded to the 90s or whatever else, but they're kind of
They're
they
timeless.
don't have that.
Yes.
They don't have that. Yeah, they're timeless.
It's timeless, really. I mean, that you can listen to them over and over and over, and they still inspire you. Do you have a go-to ritual that you do before any performance?
Well, the go-to would probably be try to find the hall as quick as we can with Toronto traffic and stuff like that. But I think there's certain guys in the band, they have their little rituals they like to set up and kind of ease their way in. And we like that as well, too. It's never fun when you're changing at the last minute, scrambling, and you hit the stage and the whole bit. But it sometimes happened. In a perfect world, you'd have your little your routine, and you'd have your lunch break and all the good stuff. But for us, we're just kind of wearing all the hats and making her happen, and you deal with everything day by day.
That's very good answer. Very good answer. Have you ever been in a situation where everything has just gone south, but yet you were able to bring it back?
Yes, we've had that before, where you lose hydro. In England, we lost power a bunch of times, and there's been times where we've had crowds. Somebody has an epileptic spell, and we shut the show down, and we've had it where the tornadoes come through, and leave the stage and come back, and the whole bit. And we've had some disaster areas there where we were playing an event one time when they thought it was fun to unplug us.
No.
Yeah, and so we said, so sometimes you got to deal with all kinds of situations, and
whatever comes, right? You just
Well,
deal
we've
with
been
it.
enjoying playing in the theaters more. We've been, getting into the theaters, and we're coming into the Arts Center here in Brockville, and we're going to be in Bancroft around Christmas time for a double header there. And we said, you play a nice hall, you get a nice crowd, and whatever
Yes.
else. Sometimes you play some of these fairs and stuff, and you get the guy that's trying to shut the generator off, and then you get the guy jumping on stage that thinks he should announce the band. And we've had multiple of events that we're actually writing a book. It's taken forever in a documentary, and we said, sometimes you sit down and these stories. There's a lot of stories to sort through.
I think that's awesome. So tell me, Robby, if there was someone, another musician, living or passed on, that you would like to jam with, who would that person be? Or band?
Well, oddly enough, you're gonna laugh when I say this, but I think Billy Conley with that banjo would be that would be amazing. We said over the years we got to play a lot of the Walk of Fames, and so we've piped in the Tragically Hip and Gordon Lightfoot, and the list is long. And then we've been on a lot of great festivals with Nickelback and the Guess Who. We've opened up for them, and the list is long. Loverboy's great, and so we said. I think Billy'd be great because he'd tell you stories and make you laugh, and he was a good banjo player too. I think he's got Alzheimer's now. I think that might not happen now, but you never know.
Yes. I want to thank you ever so much. Looking forward to you coming on the 27th.
If you go to the website, you can get your tickets online 24/7. So whatever you want, and we said it's a 7:30 show, and it's only $40 tickets, so that's pretty reasonable.
Very reasonable.
We'll come out and meet everybody that wants to meet after the show, possibly before, and
that'll be nice. Okay, looking forward to it. You take care. Okay.
Right, thanks, man.